Secret show, secret show. The show is a little bit of a secret. It's a secret show. Secret show. Secret show.
Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. This comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Ya-da-da-da.
Crafting, crafting, crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Shoshi.
Hi, everyone. Oh, are we getting a bit of... There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's much better. Okay, good. I had it muted on the thing, but not muted on the other thing. That's the technical way to say it. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you. As you can probably tell, it's just me this week. Everyone is off doing other very cool things. Mab might be joining us a little later. We'll see. I thought you couldn't see this in the background, so I'm fixing it now. It's fine. It's fine. It's not too distracting, right? It's just a blanket. Yeah, and Cubby is, of course, as we all know, at Cloud School. He made it to Denver. He's on the third day of classes. He's having an amazing time. Just really, he says it's really joyful, and everybody there is super nice. They're just like exploring clowning stuff. We're gonna hear all about it. So it's just gonna be little old me this week. Mab may be able to join later. Kitty, I think, is also not available, which is fine. I'm just gonna bring that a little closer. But I have some projects to work on today. Things are finally slowing down for me a little bit. I've been doing like the most work I've ever done in my life. Like, I don't know if I've ever been this busy. Sort of working 2 full-time jobs right now. I've done that before, but I've never done it for 2 places that I absolutely love. And it turns out when you love what you do, it's great. But also it can make you really anxious because you really love who you're working for and you don't want to mess things up. And it's also a lot of things that are, I don't want to say outside my comfort zone. They're sort of like, they're on the edge of my knowledge level. Let's put it that way. Like, I've had to do a lot of research and a lot of figuring things out for the set stuff I'm doing for these 2 different companies, but it's working out so far. Everybody seems to be happy with stuff. It's getting close to the end, which is really nice. One thing I love about theater is that it ends, is that you have an end point. So it means you can kind of push yourself maybe further than you should because you know there's an end point, which I don't know if that's healthy, but that's the way it is. But yeah, after this week, things should slow down a whole lot, and I'm looking forward to it. It'll also be a little sad. Yeah. But then things really slow down in October. In October, I'm gonna give myself a nice big break. I might go away somewhere for the weekend. I might just go like camping somewhere by myself. I miss camping. I haven't been camping in a very long time. And there's a couple different ways I love camping. I love glamping, where like I used to do Penzic every year. It's harder in California. It's a lot farther than when I lived in Philadelphia and I could drive all my equipment out there. But that's a beautiful, fun camping experience because you're with a whole lot of other people. It's an event. You set yourself up real nice. It's like you know, that tent setup at Penzic was nicer than some apartments I've lived in. But I also love just really kind of down and dirty, like cheap campground, my like tiny little one person tent, that kind of camping. Like that's just, there's something very relaxing and comforting about having everything you need and everything you have to worry about just right there in front of you. Like, I don't have to do anything today except feed myself and maybe light a fire and look at the sky. Like, that's really lovely. So I think I might do that for myself. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Yes, that's so wonderful. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Yay. You're going to be great. Career changes are great. And it doesn't mean if you still loved what you did before that you have to totally give it up. Life is long. Yeah, that's really wonderful. I feel like I answered that question. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Yeah. Although even the teardown is sometimes kind of fun. There were times where Kim and I would stay till the very, very end, and when you're the only one of maybe 5 tents left, it's a really interesting experience. Yeah. Also, we rented our tent, which I think is the way to go. So then somebody else has to take down the big tent, and all we have to do is pack up our stuff. That made it a lot easier. And then, yeah, like I don't think I ever did it just with my own tent. I think we always rented like a 10 by 20 and then split it into 2. Like we kind of had like a room and then a room, and then the middle was kind of like our middle, like living room, cooking area. Oh, so fun. Someday I'll go back again someday. Yeah, it's a very good idea. And there are a lot of local places that you can rent a tent and they'll set it up and tear it down for like not that much money, honestly. Like it was definitely worth it. Especially if you're splitting it between 2 people, because they would also get us chairs and a table, which was very nice. We thought it was a little too expensive, but we thought one year of getting, because you can also get a floor, like because they do weddings and stuff, so you can get like a wood floor. We're like, oh, we could get like a wooden. We're like, no, we can't. It's too much. It's too much. But we really considered it. All right. Is that freezing? Is that camera freezing up? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. I wish there was a way that I could make it go sideways, but I really don't think there is. And I don't know how to make that work. There's got to be a way to do it, right? What happens if I do that? No, that doesn't help. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Let's see. No. No. This is fun though. No. What about this one? That seems a little odd. Yeah, I don't like that one so much. That seems a little too intense. A little too intense. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do. What? There must be some kind of setting or something I can figure out to make my crafting camera orient the right way. But I don't know how to do it. Let's see, what if it's in the camera settings? You don't mind if you watch me struggle with this, right? That's entertaining for everybody. Yeah, I think if it's on a phone, there's like nothing I can do about it. Wait. What happens if I do that? Then you're going to see the ceiling. Yeah, you don't want to see the ceiling. Yeah. We're just going to live with it. That's the way it's going to be. Tell me, chat, is it better? I feel like this is a better orientation, like you can see when it's wide like this, but is it odd that it's tilted on its side? Is it better when it's sort of more around that way? So it's like oriented right side up, even though you can't sort of see as much. You let me know, chat, which you like better. Yeah, I think right way up is better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't. Let's see. What if the setting? What can I do? I can only. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. Yeah. That's just the way it is. You like it sideways? I kind of like it sideways too, honestly. I feel like you can. I don't mind it. But I could understand how it might drive some people absolutely batty. So if it starts to drive you batty, that it's a strange orientation, you let me know. Because I want all of my viewers to be. What? There we go. No, that's too far. I want my viewers to be as comfortable as possible. That's very important to me. All right, well, that was a fun diversion. Doesn't seem like too many people left the stream out of annoyance while I fiddled with that. There we go. That seems pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. I could, like, that might actually be a little bit better. What does that look like? See, that is upside down, and I wouldn't do that to anyone. But that might be better. I guess I don't mind that my face is so big, because you can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's all right. Sorry, it's shaking. That'll stop in a second. That is probably very annoying as well. All right, so what I'm working on today is my partner has this belt. And the reason I wanted to work on it on the show today is because I know there's some people on here who do work with leather, and they might have, like, Evelyn Evermore, and I think a couple other people that watch have like leather working experience. And so this belt buckle is cool, but it also has nickel in it. And a lot of people are reactive to nickel, myself included, and my partner. So, like, if you don't want to get a little rash around your belly button, you got to take it off. So we have this non-nickel belt loop, but you got to get the things off of there. And as you can see, there's sort of a strange, there it is. There's sort of a strange screw. There's a name for them, but I don't remember what it is. But you have to unscrew them, but the things on the other side, if you just like turn it, it just turns the whole thing. So you have to find a way to like make these hold still while you unscrew the other things. And they're like, oh, put it down on a sticky mat. But then you're like, I can't do that because this belt loop thing is too big and it's keeping it from. So we're just gonna figure it out. Yeah, I don't know if they're quite star. They are star sockets. Okay, yeah. And I have over here, I have a gigantic selection of different bits and things, and I'm pretty sure I have a small star one in there. I have a big star one. There's a small star one. Let's see, does that fit? All right, and then I have to attach it to this thing, which I think I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, and then we'll see if I can make this happen. I think I can. I might have to get like a pliers or something to hold this part still, because I don't think the sticky thing is gonna work, because the belt loop is kind of in the way. But maybe I can make it work. Let's see. Does that fit in there? Okay, it does. It definitely fits. All right. So then this is gonna come out. Ooh, you're a long baby. Okay. You go in there. Good. One of these little ratcheting screwdrivers is honestly one of my favorite tools. Like, I'm a big fan of screwdrivers. Love a screwdriver, like an electric battery operated screwdriver. But sometimes it's actually better to use a hand one. And when it has the like cranking ability, boy, oh boy, is it great. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Power tools are great. I've also found different set design people tend to gravitate towards different tools and different things, which I think is very interesting. Like, I work a lot in cardboard, so I love super glue as a thing to stick things together. Screws, love a screw. Don't really like a nail. Nails are more permanent, so it's nice to have a screw because you can always kind of redo something, which is important in set design and stuff like that. And yeah, I find it very interesting that like, and I'll be talking to other set people and they're like, oh yeah, just use Velcro. I hate Velcro. I mean, I don't hate it. It's a great invention and it's great for what it does. But if you're trying to use it for something that it is not its intended purpose, it really doesn't work. Like, Velcro is very strong, which is awesome, but that means it often tends to be stronger than the thing that sticks the Velcro to the thing you want it to stick to. So like that glue on Velcro, I found 9 times out of 10, it's just going to rip the whole Velcro off. It's not, because the actual Velcro is strong, which is awesome. So like for costumes, sewn on Velcro is great because the stitching is going to be stronger. And some substances the Velcro will stick to, or you can use a type of glue that'll make it work. But a lot of times I find it's kind of more, it's a great idea, but it's kind of more trouble than it's worth. So I really like snaps. I like, I'm learning to like a staple gun. Don't always like a staple gun because it's the same problem as nails. It's a little too permanent and it tends to like kind of destroy whatever you staple gun to. But for some things, it's like, it's real good. You also notice that you can see I'm covered in paint because I was painting the set last night. All right, let's try and get this to work. So that's just gonna turn it around. All right. And my finger is not strong enough to hold that down, to hold that still just with my own hand. I might have to get like some pliers or something, I think. Unless I think I can. I mean, my fingers are pretty strong. Oh, is that working? Just holding it with my fingers? It might be. That would be great. Yeah, I think I can just hold it with my fingers. Yeah, finger strength for the win. Maybe. I may have spoke too soon. Is that just spinning in my hand? Let's see. It doesn't feel like it is. Yeah, it's not really working. All right. Then I will need some sort of pliers. Oh, geez. I'm sorry, everybody. That's shaking so much. That must be terrible for you. Yeah, that's much better. All right. So pliers. Here's the thing. Also, a lot of my tools are at the site. So I don't have as many tools here as I normally do. But I see some pliers right off the screen. So I'm going to go grab those and I'll be right back. Wait, here. I know what to do. I have the perfect thing to cover while I go grab it. Got him. Needle nose pliers. Great. So, all right. So we've got the belt. I've got to hold on to this with those needle nose pliers. Gonna hold on tight, try not to damage the leather. All right, I've got a good grip on that. I've got this, and I'm turning it. I think it might be working, everybody. Yes, the 30-second countdown is my favorite thing. Cubby and I've also often joked / maybe we're not joking of just having a whole show that's just 30-second countdown over and over again. Be very existential. Look at that, it worked. It worked, everybody. Hooray! I thought that's how it was going to have to work. Love me some needle nose pliers. If I could have 3 tools, I would have a box cutter, one of these ratcheting screwdrivers, and needle nose pliers. I could build anything with that. I suppose I would need like supplies and screws and things like that, but just straight up tools, good stuff. There's a show I'm a little bit obsessed with. It's on PBS. I don't think it's on the air anymore. It's called The Woodwrights Shop. It started in 1979. And it went until it went for 37 seasons. So it only stopped in 2017. So it went for 37 years. That's amazing. And it's this guy, Roy Underhill, who is so excited about woodworking. Like, I have never seen someone so excited about it. And I love an info dump. I love when someone's excited about something, and that's basically what this show is. And the opening credits are so joyful. It's like him, and he wears suspenders and a little hat, and he's got a dog, and he like goes into his woodwright shop, and he's like, wood, today I want to talk to you about dovetail connections. Oh, I'm so excited about it. And like, I'm a little obsessed with it. It's very soothing and good, and I honestly wish it was still on the air, but fair enough. I think like he deserves to retire. But who will be the next person? Who will be the next how will they replace the Woodwright shop? It's also fun because he started when he's like he was like 30. I think he like just turned 30 when he started the show. And then he went until he was almost 70, which is like so cool. Like what a cool career. And it's fun to like watch the show like how do you do a woodworking show for 37 years? So many episodes, you know? Thank you. You too. Oh, you did? Oh, great. Okay, awesome. I'm going to check it out. Here, in case people don't know. Wait, did I do it right? I didn't. Is this how you do it? Hey, there it is. If you don't know about Discord, join us on Discord. There's a bunch of different channels. You can join the crafting one and post whatever crafting stuff you're doing. And we've got some really good crafters who watch this show. Like, y'all are really good. It's really exciting to see. Especially lately, there's like some really good stuff I was scrolling through. So join it, check it out. All right, let's get this second screw off of here. And then we'll actually do this belt. My partner's gonna be so happy. All right, I had this better set up. Okay. There we go. I got a little too confident. You don't ever want to get too confident. There's that thing like, Lord, grant me the confidence of a mediocre white man. Grant me the support system of a mediocre white man. I got all the confidence in the world. Confidence isn't going to help me. I need the support system. I need the structural and societal support. Boom, we did it. Look at that. I'm so excited about it. All right. Now we got to put it back together. All right. So, okay. So I think it goes like that. Is that right? That seems right. Let me double check before I put it back together that this is. How do you make a belt? How does a belt work? Wait, did I do it wrong? Oh no. Yeah, it's got to be like that, right? No, you want to see the thing. It's got to go around there. It's got to be like that. And then that's like that. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And then, no. Is it like, should have looked at it. Yeah, this feels right. Okay. Because you want to see the belt label, right? And then it seems like there's a little spot for that to go through. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That looks right. That looks like a belt. Okay. I feel like that wants to be the other way around, though. Because see how there's that little dip there? I feel like that wants to be the other way around. So then do you not see the belt loop on there? Let's see. I don't think it's like that. I mean, it could be like that. That might be the right way to do it. I just feel like you want to see the name, right? Isn't that how they do it, where you can like see the name? Because they want everyone to know that it's a Hank belt. But maybe not. should have looked at it before. That's a pro tip, everybody. Take a picture. When you're going to put something back together, take a before picture before you take it apart. So you remember, oh, that looks way better. That's got to be right. Yeah. See, it must be, the label must just be on the inside and you don't see it. I just know a lot of belts you want to put the, like the label, but the belt is going to go that way. That's got to be right. That looks way more correct. Okay. And then this is going to be here. Any advice? I will take it. But this looks right. Okay. So we're going to test it out. Yeah, that looks like a belt. That looks correct. Yeah, that's got to be correct. All right. It must be one of those things where it's like, the label is secret. Because on this one, yeah, on this one, the label is out. But on this one, the label is hidden. Whatever works. This is going to be fine. All right. So then we'll put this back together. So that's going to go on the top part. This is fun. Can't believe this is actually working. Let's get that in there. Good. That looks good. And then that side's going to screw into that side. And we'll do a little hand screw, and then we'll tighten it up further with the ratcheting screwdriver when we get there. Yeah. Oh boy, I can't believe I did this. So exciting. Yeah. Isn't accomplishing a task so good? Makes you feel so good. Allow yourself to feel good when you accomplish a task, any task. Did you get out of bed? Feel great about that. Did you eat breakfast? Feel great about that. Did you walk into the next room? Feel great about that. It's good to feel good about simple things. That's something it took me a long time to figure out. It's hard. It's hard to feel good about simple things because we feel, I think especially as creative people, we feel a lot of pressure to be great all the time, and to not be boring. And a lot of times we feel like things that are simple and easy are boring, but they really aren't. Sometimes the easiest choice is the best choice. You don't always have to make things harder for yourself. These are lessons that I learned watching Top Chef. I'm kind of 100% serious about that. Highly recommend watching all the seasons of Top Chef for many reasons. I love food stuff, so like that's great. And in the beginning, it was when in that sort of reality TV time where they thought people were only entertained by like fighting and anger and violence, and like like people were big personalities and they fought all the time, and it was no good. So then maybe about after like 5 seasons in, and it really developed over time, they kind of realized, and the chefs realized as well, that like, you know what, kind of getting along makes us better chefs, and it's more fun to watch. Like, it's great to see a bunch of people being at their best and really only competing with themselves, and being helpful to the other chefs, because actually when everyone does better, you do better as well. Like it's a very clear lesson that you get from watching that show. And it's very, it's been inspiring to me. And it's also interesting to watch like what people get frustrated with and how they deal with that frustration and embarrassment. And yeah, it's been like it's been really instructional watching that show. Like I recommend it. Um it's taught me a lot of lessons. All right, so we're almost done with this. I can't believe we actually did it. All right, so I'm going to do the reverse of what I did before. I'm going to hold on to that tight with the needle nose pliers. And then whoop, I will tighten this. Nope, it's a little harder this time. I mean, they're pretty tight on there already, but I feel like I want to get them a lot tighter. Let's do it from the side here. That might be better. Trying as much as possible not to damage the leather while I do this. There we go. That one's pretty tight. Might have scratched the button a little bit. That's okay. I can paint it. No one has to know. Crafting is all about fixing your mistakes. There we go. That looks pretty good. Let's hold it a little tight. Let's do a couple more little spinnies. Hold on really tight to that. Come on, needle nose pliers. I sang your praises. Don't fail me. That could definitely be a little tighter. Let's get a good grip on that. Okay, that feels better. Yeah. All right, that feels pretty strong. I can probably get a little stronger there. I don't know what. Oh, you know what I did? I think this was supposed to be in the middle. Like, I know it slides around, but I'm pretty sure I remember it being in the middle. All right, that's fine. We'll take off this one. See, fixing your mistakes. It's all just about fixing your mistakes. That's fine. Also, here's a good lesson. Take a picture of what a thing looks like before. Okay, that feels good. We're gonna undo this one and fix it. Good. Okay, we're gonna put that thing in the middle. And then we're gonna paint over the places where I scratched the button a little bit. Yeah, cool. And then I think I've done it. Not done yet. Don't celebrate yet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that was like in between there and then clamped down with that. Yeah, I can even see sort of a little bump there, and then that stays there, and that looks right. Yeah, heck yeah, making it happen. Okay, so we're gonna put that back in there. Make sure that it goes through both layers. When we're done with this, we can play a little trivia. Because I have some. Oh, there we go. Good. This is going to screw in. And we're going to tighten it. Last little bit. Just so you know, with these ratcheting screwdrivers, there's a little click here. One way is for reverse, like for pulling screws out, and the other way is for screwing them in case you didn't know that. Not everybody knows that. I love a ratcheting screwdriver. All right, got a good grip on that, sort of. It's hard because the belt itself is sort of like not moving in the direction that I want it to go. There we go. Let's try putting it up here. It's a very strong belt. Like the leather is very strong, so it sort of like wants to go in the direction that it wants to go in. There we go. Boom. All right, that feels pretty tight on both sides. I think we did it, y'all. I'm so excited. I think we did it. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it even tighter. I feel like it wants to be tighter, but maybe not. Maybe I have it. The leather itself sort of makes it slip, but maybe I can use the way the leather moves to my advantage rather than trying to fight it. Oh yeah, no, that's tight. Okay, let's check the other one. Good. Yeah, they're both tight. All right, we did it. Yay, that was awesome. I'm so excited about that. Okay. Let's double check. Boom, boom, boom. Belt. Is that how it's supposed to look? Is that how a belt's supposed to look? Oh no, I don't know if I did it right. Yeah, that's right, right? That's how a belt looks. I feel like I might have put it on upside down, but I don't think that's possible. It's got to be, because you wouldn't want to see the you wouldn't want to see the little dippy part on top, right? That's clearly the part that goes there. So it's got to be like that. Yeah. If it's wrong, I can always fix it. But I think this looks right to me. Amazing. Very excited. All right, I'm going to take a little Sharpie marker and I'm just going to fix the parts that I scratched up. But really, it doesn't really matter because no one's really going to see those parts because they're going to be under the belt thing anyway, but just in case. And then later I'll get some, I have some nice like leather conditioner that'll rub into the little scratches and that should fix that all up. Yay! I accomplished my goal. All right, awesome. Okay, so want to play some trivia? Let's play some trivia. Haven't done that in a while. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Coolio. Let's see. Ooh, Alice just sent me a really good video about a cardboard craft. Ooh, I might have to consider that. Although I don't have a cat anymore, but I will again someday. But I'm gonna check out that video and make that little cat ball out of cardboard. That would be fun. All right, trivia. Let's make sure we haven't read these trivias before. I don't think we've done this one before. All right, yeah, let's do this one. All right, let's. Yay! All right. So that's trivia. Okay. So the way trivia works, if you've never played before, is I will read all the questions. I'll do the answers at the end so that I can play too. I will try to remember that there is that there's a delay. So I will try and hold my excitement from shouting out what I think the answers are till till everyone gets a chance to answer. We're all playing together. If you think you know the answer, write your answer in the chat. If anyone gets it right, we all win. If anyone gets it wrong, we all lose. We're going for neutrality, so don't be afraid to put an answer in. I say that line because I think it's very funny, but then I don't want it to discourage people from putting in answers because they're afraid they might be wrong and make the whole group lose. I want the losing answers. It's a discussion, my friends. Trivia is not about getting the right answers. It's about learning fun facts. Many people would disagree with me. All right. Trivia. What? Oh. I hope some people are watching that know the answer to this because a lot of people are going to know the answer to this. What southern U.S. city was birthplace of the overstuffed sandwich known as the muffaletta? I definitely know people know the answer to that one. What southern U.S. city was birthplace of the overstuffed sandwich known as the muffaletta? I definitely know the answer, so I'm going to hold off saying it until I see some people writing it in the chat. But actually, people might not be able to write in chat because they're probably like listening while they work. So I'm going to guess that enough time has passed that I'm going to say my answer. I'll do it one more time just in case. What southern U.S. city was birthplace of the overstuffed sandwich known as the muffaletta? If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. New Orleans. Clearly. That's, yeah. Oh, I love a muffaletta. I miss them so much. You really can't get them outside of New Orleans. They're just not right. It's like trying to get a cheesesteak outside of Philly. It's just not going to be right. Just not right. You got to have the right bread. You got to have the right water, whatever it is. It's better in the place where it was invented. All right. That was People and Places. This is Arts and Entertainment. What member of the Groening family authored Maggie Simpson's alphabet book? Oh, that's interesting. Which member of the Groening family authored Maggie Simpson's alphabet book? That's cute. I didn't know they published a Maggie Simpson's alphabet book. Well, I know that Matt Groening is the writer, like one of the originators of The Simpsons. So it could have been him. But the fact that it says which member of the Groening family authored Maggie Simpson's alphabet book, I'm guessing that means it's probably not him. And it also says which member. It doesn't say what person. So they might be asking for like a spouse or a child answer. Possibly. Arts and Entertainment. Which member of the Groening family authored Maggie Simpson's alphabet book? I'm going to say the spouse. I'm going to say Matt Groening's spouse. That's my guess. Because it doesn't ask for it says what member. So that makes me like, or I don't know, like grandparent? I don't know. I'm going to say Matt Groening's spouse. That's my guess. If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. Third trivia question. This one's history. What military dirge did Union General Daniel Butterfield and his brigade bugler? Whoo! That's fun to say. What military dirge did Union General Daniel Butterfield and his Brigade Bugler. That's hard to say. Brigade Bugler. I'm going to use that as a tongue twister now. Brigade Bugler composed while camped outside Richmond in 1862. What military dirge? I don't know. I'm sure it's a famous thing they play at funerals. That's what a dirge is, right? It's a music they play at a funeral. It's probably a famous like military funeral tune. But the only military tune I can remember right now is the morning call, the do 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 do, like wake up in the morning song. So if you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. What military dirge did Union General Daniel Butterfield and his Brigade Bugler compose while camped outside Richmond in 1862? If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. We'll do all the answers at the end. Next one is SN. Oh, of course. Yes, I think you're right. That's the name of it. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah. I was like, what is the name of that song? It's got to be that, right? That's the only military dirge I can think of. It's got to be that. SN. Nature, science and nature, science and nature. What 3'6" creature caught in waters off Nova Scotia in 1977 weighed a record 44 pounds 6 ounces? What 3'6" creature caught in waters off Nova Scotia in 1977 weighed a record 44 pounds 6 ounces? I mean, all right, so it's got to be something in the water, some kind of fishy creature. I feel like it wouldn't be mentioned unless it was, I'm thinking it might be, do you think it's a coelacanth? The thing they thought was extinct? Was that caught in the waters off Nova Scotia in 1977? That's the only one I can think of, a coelacanth. Oh, or maybe like an octopus? I feel like that's too cold. I feel like waters off Nova Scotia would be too cold for a like huge octopus. 3'6", 44 pounds, 6 ounces. Also, like 44 pounds, 6 ounces isn't that big. Like, so it's got to be something that like we think of as small, and this one's really big for its size. Because yeah, like that's not a bad guess, but salmon can get way more than 44 pounds. Like salmon can get huge. But maybe it is a salmon. Maybe it's a really big salmon. I feel like they can get that big normally though. But maybe I'm wrong. It's not a bad guess because Nova Scotia is known for its salmon. Not a bad guess. Yeah, I'm going to say a coelacanth, but you might be right. All right, next question. Sports and leisure. What was Iranian athlete Ali Kazemi disqualified for failing to bring to an Olympic boxing match? I don't know. It's relevant though. Olympics are happening. It's good to have an Olympic question. What was Iranian athlete Ali Kazemi disqualified for failing to bring to an Olympic boxing match? Like gloves? Boxing gloves? I feel like the Olympics should provide that. I guess people do their own though. Like you provide your own shoes for things and your own costume. They provide the space. Oh, a mouth guard. That's a really good guess. That's a good guess. It's too bad though. You think you could borrow one from somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna guess gloves but like mouth guard's a really good guess. That's an excellent guess. All right, last one. Wild card. What's an MBM at at reunions of Wizard of Oz Munchkin actors and their families? I don't know the answer to this question, but I want to know. This is a good trivia. What's an MBM? Like the letters MBM, and they're all capitalized, like this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's an MBM at reunions of Wizard of Oz Munchkin actors and their families? Oh, MBM. Many brunch munchies. Oh, yeah. Because there's a Munchkin Brigade. Yeah. I bet that's it. I think that's it. That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right. All right. Are we ready for answers? Here we go. Answers. What will they be? Answers. Let's see. What southern U.S. city was birthplace of the overstuffed sandwich known as the muffaletta? New Orleans. Of course it is. We knew that. All right. Which member of the Groening family authored Maggie Simpson's alphabet book? Maggie Groening. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's his child? That's nice if he named a child on the show after his literal child. I gotta look that up. I don't know who Maggie Groening is. I'm guessing his child. Next question, history. What military dirge did Union General Daniel Butterfield and his brigade bugler compose while camped outside Richmond in 1962? Taps. Yes, of course. Great job. What 3'6" creature caught in waters off Nova Scotia in 1977 weighed a record 44 pounds, 6 ounces? You're going to love this answer. A lobster. It was a lobster. Ah, that's so big. That's like a lobster the size of a child. That's so frightening. A 3'6", 44-pound lobster. Ah. King lobster. Yeah. Whoo, that was not, I mean, that makes sense because we were even like, oh, it has to be something small that would be surprising to be that big. I hope they threw it back. That lobster's got to be real old. Throw that lobster back. It made it this far. Okay. What was Iranian athlete Ali Kazemi disqualified for failing to bring to an Olympic boxing match? It was boxing gloves. It was boxing gloves. Poor guy. To come all that way? Forget his gloves? Oof, that's like something I'd do. Can't be his fault. He can't be fully responsible for that. They have coaches, they have plans. Poor guy. What's an MBM at reunions of Wizard of Oz Munchkin actors and their families? Oh, a Munchkin by marriage. So not one of the original Munchkin actor, but they're like someone married. So a Munchkin by marriage. Good. Those are good questions. We got time. You want to do another one? I have some good ones. Yeah, this one looks good. I don't think we've asked these questions before. Let's do another one. All right. For those of you who've never played trivia before or who just joined us or just returning, I will read all the questions. We do the answers at the end. I will try and remember that there's a delay, and I will hold off in shouting out my answer, no matter how excited I am, to give everyone a chance to answer. If you think you know the answer, put it in the chat. If you don't think you know the answer, put it in the chat. You can't win or lose. That's not what this game is about. All right. People and places. What nut do Norwegians hide in their rice pudding as part of New Year's festivities? It's not a little baby. It's not a baby. What nut do Norwegians hide in their rice pudding as part of New Year's festivities? Well, let's think. Do we know any nuts, specifically Norway nuts? Not off the top of my head. Oh, really? Oh, cool. All right, that's probably right. Yeah, nice. I love rice pudding. And I gotta ask you more questions, Victoria London Fogg. Is it like a whole walnut? Like you're like, "Clunk," and you're like, yeah, I found it. Like when you chomp on the baby in the king cake in New Orleans? Or there's a couple different things that like hide stuff in the dessert. And then if you find it, it's like, good luck. That's an interesting human thing. That's interesting. I guess it's fun. I don't know if I really want to chomp down on something non-edible in a food. I feel like I'd swallow that baby. I guess it teaches you to take small bites. All right, let's go with the walnut. All right. Arts and entertainment. What British novelist had the first and middle names Edward Morgan? Huh. So his name was Edward Morgan something. It's a crunchy surprise. Is it an unshelled walnut or is it still in the shell? I'm so curious. What British novelist had the first and middle names Edward Morgan? So I guess his name was Edward Morgan. Oh, okay. That's nice. That's better. No broken teeth on New Year's Eve. Edward Morgan, last name. Don't know. Have no idea. I'm going to say Stanley because that sounds like a very British name. Edward Morgan Stanley. It sounds right. I don't think it is, but it sounds right. That's fun though. That's so many names. Edward Morgan, Edward Morgan. Next question. Barry, look at you, Victoria London Fogg, coming out with all the answers. Oh yeah, that's J.M. Barrie. Oh yeah, maybe it's like E.M. something or E.E. Is it Cummings? Is Eames? No, he's a poet. British novelist. E.M. We'll see. Next question. History. What did Colombian presidential candidate Ingrid Betancourt hand out to voters saying she wanted to lift and firm up the country? What did Colombian presidential candidate Ingrid Betancourt, Betancourt, B-E-T-A-N Court, Betancourt, hand out to voters saying she wanted to lift and firm up the country? I have an answer I want to say, but I'm going to see what other people put. What Colombian presidential candidate Ingrid Betancourt hand out to voters saying she wanted to lift and firm up the country? Is it a bra? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where my brain wants to go. I hope it's bras. That would be awesome. That would be great. Although bras are really bad for your health, but that would be awesome. I hope that's the answer. Science and nature. Science and nature. Next question. What color are fresh cacao beans before being dried and made into chocolate? This is a multiple choice question. Brown, red, or white? I think I know the answer to this. What color are fresh cacao beans before being dried and made into chocolate? Brown, red, or white? Yes, I also think they are white. Because when they dry, they dry into like kind of a light brown color. Um, or a dark, then the yeah. Yeah, I think white is correct. I know coffee fruit is red. But these are also the beans, fresh cacao beans. Yeah, I think white. I think that's right. Yeah, that's definitely right because I think that's why cocoa butter is uh white as well because like if you take away the yeah. All right. Next question. Sports and leisure. Oh, another Olympic one. How do they know? What Olympic sport tried to slow down play in 2000 by making its balls larger and banning speed glues? I think I know the answer. Oh, Evelyn Evermore. All right, quick pause. I did a leather thing earlier today, and I think I did it right. I switched out this buckle for another buckle. I think that's right. I think it looks right, right? Did I do it right? Is that how a belt buckle looks? Okay, good. Yes, it is. I was like, oh, Ellen Evermore knows leather stuff. I think I did it right. I think I did it right. We're right in the middle of trivia. We are on the last two questions. We're on sports and leisure. What Olympic sport tried to slow down play in 2000, the year 2000, by making its balls larger and banning speed glues? I have a guess, but the more I think about it, the more I think it's not correct. Because I don't know what speed glues are. I'm guessing basketball because I know they've tried to like, but I think they wouldn't make the ball larger. Banning speed glues. Cricket? Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's my guess too. But I can't see them. Is cricket an Olympic sport? But I don't see how it would slow it down to make the ball larger. What sport would make it slower? Okay, and it isn't an Olympic sport. Okay. Yeah, like basketball. What other sports have balls? Bowling? Bowling? Is it bowling? Why would you need to slow bowling down though? That doesn't make sense. Fair enough. What Olympic sports have balls? Curling doesn't have a ball. Basketball. There's no Olympic baseball, right? Is there? I don't think so. Maybe golf? I feel like you don't need to slow golf down though. Oh, softball. Is softball an Olympic sport? Yeah. Uh, yeah. I didn't know softball was an Olympic sport, but not baseball. Um, we got some good guesses. Trying to think of other Olympic sports that have balls. We'll find out. Really? Cool. Is that, oh, that's when it's going to be in Los Angeles. Oh, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting to have the Olympics here. I might want to get out of town. I don't know. Last question. Wild card. Yeah, that's gonna be wild. Like, it's gonna be wild. Um, Last question, wild card. What metamorphic rock? What metamorphic rock became synonymous with chalkboards in the US in the mid 1800s? I bet we know this one. What metamorphic rock became synonymous with chalkboards in the US in the mid 1800s? Yeah, agreed. I think it is slate. I think it's slate. That's my guess. Literally the only one I can think of. I think slate is metamorphic. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's not contiguous. It's not what's the sandstone granite one? Yeah, I think it is slate. Yeah, I think that's the right answer. All right. Why was baseball ever not in the Olympics? Do you know it's yesterday's night or anyone else? Because it was there and then it went away? What happened? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's not igneous and it's not sedimentary, so it's got to be metamorphic. Appreciate that. All right, answers. Answers. What will they be? Answers. Let's see. I guess. Who decides what sports get in the Olympics? Who decides that? Is there like a board? Different countries lobby for it? Yeah. All right. Answers. People and places. What nut do Norwegians hide in their rice pudding as part of New Year's festivities? Oh, it says here an almond. An almond in the rice pudding. Interesting. I wonder how long that's been going on because I know rice is not indigenous to Norway. And are almonds? Right? They're drupes. Not even a nut. Come on, trivia. Come on. But it says here an almond. What arts and entertainment? What British novelist had the first and middle names Edward Morgan? E.M. Forster. Who I think I've heard of. E.M. Forster. So he was actually technically E.M. Forster. Yeah, cashews are so weird. Have you seen them before? They're like, the nut like grows on the outside. It's so weird. Cashews are also delicious. History. What did Colombian presidential candidate Ingrid Betancourt hand out to voters saying she wanted to lift and firm up the country? Viagra. Amazing. Incredible. Incredible. I love her so much. Who is she? What happened to her? Gotta research her. Ingrid Betancourt. Amazing. Also, did you know that Viagra apparently is like really good for menstrual cramps? I mean, I read that on the internet, so I don't know if it's true, but it could be true and interesting. All right. Science and nature. What color are fresh cacao beans before being dried and made into chocolate? Brown, red, or white? White. We were correct. Science and No, sports and leisure. What Olympic sport tried to slow down play in 2000 by making its balls larger and banning speed glues? It is, y'all, ping pong. Of course, ping pong. Like, what's the Olympic sport that makes so much more sense? All right, ping pong. Right, right. And last question, what metamorphic rock became synonymous with chalkboards in the US in the mid 1800s? Slate. Slate. We are correct. Slate. Yes. Exactly. Right. Yeah, so fast. But what are speed glues? What is that? Is that a thing? Like, is it glue for your hands so you hold on to the paddle better? Is it, I don't know, what's a speed glue? So curious about that. So curious. All right. Well, that's our trivia. Should we do one more trivia? Because I know we had people just join and they didn't get to do the trivia. So let's do one more. Let's do one more trivia. I like doing trivia. And it's hard. And it's just myself. So it's yeah, right? Let's see. I'm trying to find one that we haven't done yet. Also one that I didn't accidentally see the answers to. Pretty sure. Yeah, I know we read that one before. All right, this one's good. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's do a trivia. One more trivia. If you're just joining us or you've never and you don't know how to play trivia, I will read all the questions. We'll do the answers at the end. We're all playing together. If you think you know the answer, write it in the chat. It doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong. That's not what this game is about. All right. People and places. What California city was known as the Queen of the Cow Counties for supplying miners with beef during the gold rush? Queen of the Cow Counties. Oh, let me think. So it's probably got to be more north, like a more northern, because I think the gold rush was all up north, like near San Francisco area. I'm going to guess, what California city was known as the Queen of the Cow Counties for supplying miners with beef during the gold rush? I have a guess. I'm going to guess. Ha 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 ha. I'm going to guess Sacramento. Yeah, I'm guessing Sacramento. Sacramento? Yeah, I'm thinking Sacramento as well, but Maricopa is not a bad guess as well. Yeah, that's both good guesses. Arts and entertainment. What world music impresario penned a New York Times article titled, "I Hate World Music"? The irony. What world music impresario penned a New York Times article titled, "I Hate World Music"? I don't know any world music impresarios. So I have no idea what that answer would be. Yeah, right? Maybe. Maybe not a bad guess. Oh, master. Kind of the same word as master, like a expert, extreme expert. But it has kind of sort of a more artistic implication. Is impresario. Oh, no problem. This is arts and entertainment. What world music impresario penned a New York Times article titled "I Hate World Music"? I don't know any. Maybe is Enya world music? Enya's so interesting. She lives in a castle and has had like a bunch of crazy stalkers, which I guess doesn't surprise me, but I like Enya. It's not a bad guess. Right. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, we'll find out the answer. We'll find out. History. What nation did the Netherlands win its independence from in 1648? Denmark, France, or Spain? Huh. Interesting. What nation did the Netherlands win its independence from in 1648? Denmark, France, or Spain? Yeah, I think that's the only one that kind of makes sense to me. If it was Spain, that'd be wild. Yeah, I'm guessing Denmark. In 1648. Interesting. I didn't know anything about that. Now look that up. Next question. Science and nature. Oh. And then would it be France? I guess we'll find out. What three-letter... Oh, all right. What three-letter abbreviation represents the chimpanzee form of HIV? Oh, I used to know this. I don't remember it, though. Is it MIV? No. What three-letter abbreviation represent the chimpanzee form of HIV? I used to know and I don't remember. Maybe somebody else here will remember. What three-letter abbreviation represents the chimpanzee form of HIV? Don't remember. But this card will know. All right. Next question. Science and leisure. No, sports and leisure. Science and leisure. Sports and leisure. What future First Lady of Track and Field was named after Jackie Kennedy? First Lady of Track and Field? What? There's a First Lady of Track and Field? What? Who is she? What? What future First Lady of Track and Field was named after Jackie Kennedy? So I'm guessing it's like Jacqueline something. First Lady of Track and Field? I gotta look that up. That's cool. I didn't even know that. What? Oh, you know. Jackie Kirsch Joyner. Cool. I don't know who she is. I think I'm guessing you're probably right. I gotta look her up. That sounds amazing. I didn't even know there was such a thing. What a cool person. First Lady of Track and Field. Amazing. Oh, I'm guessing these are the same person, just different spellings. Yeah, they'll both count as right. All right. Water closet. No. Wild card. What was Alan Morrison and Dan Burke's 2001 thoughtful rejoinder to the pitfalls of doing business at the speed of thought. Oh, okay, so it's a book. It was a book in response to business at the speed of thought. And the at is like an at symbol. Business at the speed of thought. What was Alan Morrison and Dan Burke's 2001 thoughtful rejoinder to the pitfalls of doing business at the speed of thought? So it might be like I'm guessing it's a book, but it could be like a movie or an article. Those names sound familiar, Alan Morrison and Dan Burke. But I don't know who they are. Is it something like thought at the speed of business? Yeah. Is that what it is? That'd be awesome. I like that. Yeah, I don't really want to do business at the speed of thought. Take time. Take your time. Slow down. Settle down. All right. Answers. Answers, answers. What will they be? Answers, answers. Let's see. People and places. What California city was known as the Queen of the Cow Counties for supplying miners with beef during the gold rush? No. Los Angeles. What? What? How did I not know that? What California city was known as the Queen of the Cow Counties for supplying miners with beef during the gold rush? Los Angeles. We were Queen of the Cow Counties. That's what I'm calling Los Angeles from now on. Los Angeles? You mean Queen of the Cow Counties? Y'all. That's what I'm calling LA from now on. Arts and what arts and entertainment? What world music impresario penned a New York Times article titled "I Hate World Music"? David Byrne. Byrne. I don't know who that is. David Byrne. Is world music like when David Byrne, he was a world music impresario? I guess he sort of was. Oh, right. David Byrne. Right. I knew that with the big suit. I guess is world music just when like white people use music from non-white countries? Is that what world music is? I guess. They pay them, so that's good. There is a really amazing video of a Talking Heads concert in Italy that's like pretty epic. It's pretty cool. And the bass player for Talking Heads is like one of the coolest women ever, like one of the coolest humans ever. Anyway, what nation did the Netherlands win its independence from in 1648? Denmark, France, or Spain? It's yesterday's night. You were right. Spain. So they were in the Burgundian inheritance. Wow. How about that? 1648. Netherlands, Spain. Interesting. So interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good call. Yeah. World music. Okay. What three-letter abbreviation represents the chimpanzee form of HIV? SIV. Simian. That's right. SIV. I did know that, and then was out of my brain. SIV. Next question. What future First Lady of Track and Field was named after Jackie Kennedy? It was Jackie Joyner Kersee. Kersee? Am I saying that right? Jackie Joyner Kearsey. Cool. First Lady of Track and Field. I gotta look her up. That sounds amazing. Why do we not still talk about her? Jackie Joyner Kearsey. Cool. All right, and final question, wild card. What was Alan Morrison and Dan Burke's 2001 thoughtful rejoinder to the pitfalls of doing business at the speed of thought? Business at the speed of stupid. That's a pretty good title, honestly. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, I hate it when the business people fight. Great. That was awesome, everybody. Good trivia. I gotta look up the history of the Queen of the Cow Counties. I gotta look up the Burgundian Burgundian Compromise? No, the Burgundian Inheritance. I gotta look that up. That's interesting. And I gotta look up Jackie Joyner Kearsey. Cool. And then we had other good trivias today that I want to look up. I want to look up there they are. What were the other trivias we did? I want to look up no. Oh, I want to look up Ingrid Betancourt, who handed out Viagra during her presidential candidate campaign, saying she wanted to lift and firm up the country. I had to look her up. That's good. All right, everybody. So since it's just me today, I'm going to end the show a little bit early today. Also, because I still have a lot to do. It's Tech Week for the show that I'm doing crafts for. So I want to get out there early and just make sure everything's set up for everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We fixed the belt. I think I did it right. I think so. It seems all tight and well put together and good. And we did some good trivia. Talked about some stuff. Thank you everybody for joining us. This was lovely. We will be here. We'll be back next week. Cubby will be gone for the next this one and then 2 more because he is and I know I like mistakes even faster. That's good. Someone should write that article. Cubby, yeah, because Cubby's going to clown school. So excited for him. And probably Mab and possibly Kitty might be joining us next week. So everyone have a great week. Post crafting stuff in the Discord if you want to. I'm posting a thing so you can join the Discord over there if you want to look at what people have been doing and post your own pictures. I love that. And have a wonderful day and a wonderful life. Goodbye, everyone.